Are you ready to learn how to use ChatGPT to supercharge your business? If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Lacaba. I run a virtual assistant agency here in the Philippines named 2XU, and I post videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home. So make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, when it comes to using ChatGPT, as I have had used it in the last 6 months since it came out, I have found so many amazing ways to basically just streamline a lot of the different parts of my business. We've created so many products from it. We've created something called the AI Prompt Assistant, which is basically a list of prompts that you can use with ChatGPT. You guys can check out that whole thing below. I've created like 3 more projects. I've created like 74 standard operating procedures inside of my business and updated a lot of them. So it's helped me a lot when it comes to not just on the content side, which you guys have been seeing in the last couple of months of me creating so much content about ChatGPT, but also on the operations side, on how I'm running it day to day. ChatGPT has helped me a lot in it. So I want to walk you guys through the best prompts that I've been using in the last 6 months, basically, on how to then use it for yourself on supercharging your own business. So the first thing, if you want to start supercharging your business with ChatGPT, is you need to learn the WOAH method. So the WOAH method has been one of, honestly, my favorite things that I have found out about using ChatGPT. And I kind of made it up, honestly, because it's just one of the ways that as you're creating a new thread on ChatGPT or a new chat, it's easy to give ChatGPT the context of who you are before you even ask it for things. It's a mistake that I've seen so many people who are using ChatGPT for the first time is they hop onto asking it the question, asking it for the thing that they need ChatGPT for, but in reality, using the WOAH method, it's going to be so much easier and faster. So what it is, it's basically the W on it is who you are, who you serve, and what you do. So it gives ChatGPT the context of who you are. The O is the outcome. So what is the outcome that you're asking ChatGPT to give you? What expertise are you tapping into? What do you want it to be specialized on? The A is just asking it, are you ready? And then the H, I rarely use it, but I put it on there as a reminder of how do you want the output to look like. If you want it to look like a table, for example, if you want it to be just less than 500 words, up to you. But it's kind of just an easy way to remember how to start a conversation with ChatGPT. So jumping into my computer here. So if you've never seen ChatGPT before, this is kind of what it would look like without all of these others on here. But essentially when it comes to putting in the WOAH method, so I already have prompts ready for you guys right here. So again, on here I put, I run a virtual assistant agency where we work with service-based business owners on hiring and managing their AI-empowered virtual assistants and building operating systems to support their growth. I need your expertise on scaling my business. Are you ready? So you can see it in action, how the WOAH method works and how easy it is to remember every time you add a new chat inside of ChatGPT. So going ahead and clicking that, usually say, yep, absolutely here for you, here to get you started. And I'll even give you examples on how it can help as ChatGPT just based on the request you've asked. So before I've asked it like, hey, I need your help on my social media, I need your help on my sales, which we'll go through the list in this video, but it's already giving me insights based on just that first chat that I asked it or that I gave it in the first place. Now, the next cool thing that I've been using ChatGPT for when it comes to supercharging my business is doing something or using something that I would like to call using TaskGPT for every task. So what TaskGPT is, again, it's something else that I've made up, but it's a cool way to remember. For every task that I want to automate using ChatGPT, I just create, basically, I've been calling them threads in my head. I'm not sure what you guys have been calling it. Let me know in the comments below. But basically, for every task that I want to have on ChatGPT, I have a different thread for it. So I'll be showing you quick examples of how this looks like. For example, this one, this is going to be our thread for scaling 2XU as an example. So we'll create a new chat for the next thing that you'll be creating and using ChatGPT for, which is basically creating your daily routine. So using the same prompt that we had earlier, we're just going to do a little bit of tweak. So still introducing myself, who I am, and then I'm just gonna change the outcome. So I need your expertise on maximizing my time as an entrepreneur. entrepreneur. Because the next thing you can use ChatGPT for when it comes to supercharging your business is just creating your daily routine. Because as an entrepreneur, you are both the thing that can scale your business and can be the bottleneck in your business. So this has been one of the cool ways that I've used ChatGPT. It's just creating an ideal routine for myself, so then it's easy for me to go from day to day. This has become basically our productivity coach. So then you can see what I mean by having a different ChatGPT for a task. That's why I'm calling it TaskGPT. So this is our productivity coach. So then I'll input this basically of I work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Mondays, Fridays, except Wednesdays, blah, blah, blah. So I put in the details of my ideal week and how I want it to look like. And also just ask at the very end, can you create a daily routine I can follow to make sure I can focus on growing my business at different times? So customize this for yourself as you will. And by the way, we will start putting in the prompts that we're using for all of this in the description below. But again, for me, I now have just a rough draft of an ideal schedule for myself every single day. Again, based on my ideals, what I want, what works for me, what I've been focusing on myself. So then it becomes this really good way for me to start scheduling myself around what ChatGPT has basically given me. So we have here, of course, on Monday, I have my admin meetings. Tuesdays have client calls. It'll even give me like, hey, this is the time for you to do follow-up calls, client emails, proposal preparation. Thursdays is new projects and sales calls. Fridays is company meetings and check-in. So it's just then a good way for me as an entrepreneur to maximize my time. And of course, now I can give this to my virtual assistant and she can figure out what actually is realistic for me. But ChatGPT gives me the draft that I can work with. Now, another way that you can use ChatGPT for your business is just creating multiple assistants. Now, what I mean by this, and I've done a whole video on like the 10 plus different assistants you can build within ChatGPT, is you can use ChatGPT's expertise to build yourself basically an employee in a sense. So again, going back as an example, we click new chat. We'll grab that same WOAH method on here. But I'm going to change the very end. We're going to change the outcome because, of course, this is going to be a different outcome. I put here, I need you to be an admin assistant specializing in creating email templates and processes for my business. Are you ready? So then I have an admin assistant in ChatGPT. I have a thread, like I said, that I can go back to and create things with because I've now prepped this ChatGPT to become my admin assistant. So right there, it already even named itself. I just renamed this one because it didn't really have the right ring to it. But now anytime, can you write up an email congratulating a new hire? Anytime that I just want an email to be created, anytime that I need an email to be responded to, I can just put it into this ChatGPT thread or TaskGPT because this is now specific for the task that I needed to. Now, you can train it on your company's voice. You can train it to how you would usually write. I'll probably create a separate video for that. But then this is just a good way for you to have a quick draft of the email that you need to send and write anyway, and then for you to be able to give this to someone else and have them edit it, or you edit it yourself based on your voice and your company's voice. But then this now permanently becomes my email writing admin assistant email. So I'll put here for emails. So then anytime that I need to write, again, an email or respond to an email, I will just ask this TaskGPT of mine. Now, if you want more ideas on what other assistants that you probably will need or you can create with ChatGPT, go ahead and check out the video on my channel on different types of assistants you can create with ChatGPT. But the next thing that you can use it for, which is kind of connected to it, is to automate repetitive tasks in your business. So going back, so we're going to go back to the Scaling Virtual Assistant Agency thread, is we'll ask it this very specific question of, can you list repetitive tasks in my business that I can do with ChatGPT? So it's kind of cheating a little bit, but it's going to give me, because again, it has the context of who I am, what I do, and who I serve on what that answer is going to be. So here it put, initial client inquiries, can handle initial client inquiries, provide basic information about your agency. So this is the thing with ChatGPT though. So the thing I always think about when it comes to explaining how ChatGPT works, it's kind of like a 5-year-old or 8-year-old kid who knows everything, who actually does know everything, but will always agree with what you say and will sometimes make things up. So right here is a really good example of it, of appointment scheduling. Now, ChatGPT can't actually actually create appointments for you, can't actually do chat-based onboarding processes for clients, because it can't really access your internet unless you have the, of course, the plugin for it, you have a developer working on it, but just in and of itself, it can't really do things where it can access the internet for you. However, with this list, this is already a list of tasks that we can create TaskGPT prompts with and have these things automated and done inside of ChatGPT. So as a really good example, the next thing that you can do with ChatGPT to supercharge your business is right here. Actually, I wrote it down already, of knowledge-based management. When it comes to building systems in ChatGPT, a lot of the things that as we go through and grow our business, we forget to write things down on how we're doing it. We forget to create processes or streamline how we do certain things in our business. So ChatGPT can give us, again, that first draft of how to make that easier for ourselves. So from this list, so it already said, we can create a knowledge-based management. Another thing that it did write out is for client onboarding. So with that, let me copy and paste this here of, can you create the process for us to onboard new clients? And you can ask, again, the H in WOAH is you can ask the specific format of it, but I added here, write it up as a standard operating procedure. So then scrolling down, so then it will actually create that standard operating procedure for you that you can then edit. They can then make sense for your business of what the actual process is, but you don't have to start from scratch. It's just then all editing for you. So, do you do the welcome email? Do you do the discovery call? Do you do the proposal and agreement? That's going to be up to you, but at least you already have a launching pad, a launching point to start your business from, so you don't have to start from scratch when it comes to creating systems for your business. Another way that you can use ChatGPT when it comes to supercharging your business is creating a lot, and I mean a lot, of content. Again, in the last couple of months, I've just been using ChatGPT when it comes to creating a lot of my Twitter posts, a lot of my Facebook, LinkedIn posts. And again, I've trained it myself to talk and think like me. However, it's too long for one video. I'll probably do it in another video. But basically, you can go into creating, again, that new chat. Again, copy and pasting the WOAH method, changing the expertise. So I'll put, instead of scaling, I put on creating content for my business. And then, of course, the usual, are you ready? So then it will start creating, what do you need, what area do you need me to assist you with? So then I can ask it, can you create a list of 10 tweets I can post about utilizing ChatGPT for entrepreneurs? So it'll just write up the tweets that I can now just then copy and paste into Twitter. I've used this for researching content. I've used this, again, I do have a whole video also on how to use ChatGPT for content creation. Again, these are just all of the best ways that I've been using it. But basically, I've used it for creating tweets. I've been using it for LinkedIn posts. I've been using it for the outline for blog posts that I want to write. I've been using it to be able to help me write my book that I have been wanting to write in the last 2 years, and has made the process a little bit easier. But right here, you can see I can now just copy and paste this and put it on Twitter. And it's going to be so easy for me. Yes, it does sound a little bit generic, but then again, add your own thing into ChatGPT before posting it, before publishing it, before showing it to your employees even. Make it your own, so then it sounds like you, it makes sense to you, what you're using it for. And you're using ChatGPT for just creating, again, a lot of content. Another way you can use ChatGPT is for creating sales templates. So this is the thing that I've been using as well, because we've upgraded a lot of things so that we are doing in 2XU along with the help of ChatGPT. So just pasting it here. So instead of the expertise on creating content, on optimizing sales for my business. So you can write this in any way you want, what expertise you need ChatGPT for. And then it will kind of slowly go into like giving you suggestions already as you're tapping into that expertise. But I'm going to stop generating, because one of the things that I've been using, again, ChatGPT a lot for is creating sales templates. So I'll paste this. Can you create sales templates for cold emailing an ideal client, as well as the timeline for follow-up emails, all gearing them up to set up a call? So then this will create the sales templates. Again, I will edit this. I will make this my own. I have made this my own, set up to XU. And I really encourage that you guys do the same, is don't just follow what ChatGPT says. Again, it gives you the framework, some of the meat and the bones, but you have to make it your own. So then it's writing me this email that I can now then start sending to ideal clients of ours, to possible prospects of ours, and also just the timeline for the follow-up email. So we have the initial email, the first follow-up, the second follow-up, when to send them. It could be, based on its own best practices processes and what ChatGPT knows. So it's just a really good way to do it. And speaking of sales, another way that I've been using ChatGPT to supercharge my business is just upgrading our sales pitch. So it is a little bit of a mouthful to say our pitch, which is, we specialize in hiring, managing, and growing executive assistants. It's a mouthful. So what I'm going to do with ChatGPT right here is I'm going to paste this prompt of, can you upgrade and make our current sales pitch better? You can use frameworks from Alex Berman, Alex Ramosi, and Russell Brunson. So these are the three people I look up to in the sales world. And I put here our pitch already. So then ChatGPT will help me upgrade and make this pitch just a little bit better. Again, I'm still using the same TaskGPT for sales, just because it is what I need it for. And then it's just going through and creating this really better pitch that I can now start using. Again, you make this shorter, you can make this longer, use the H in the how basically of the WOAH method, but it's just helping me make sure that my sales pitch is just a little bit better every single time that I say it. And of course, one of the best ways that you can use ChatGPT for when it comes to supercharging you in your business is educating you and learning more about how you can use AI for your business. So putting on here, I'm going to go back to the Scaling Virtual Assistant Agency TaskGPT. So going back to it, I'm going to paste this of, can you give me a breakdown on how I can learn more about ChatGPT and AI and how I can use it for my business? Imagine you're creating a course for me to become an expert so I can use it for different parts of my business. So with this, you can learn a lot more about ChatGPT, how you can introduce yourself to it, especially as a beginner. And when I was starting out with ChatGPT, it didn't have a lot of the information that it does have now, but it was really good for me to create it in this way where I can break down what I need to learn, what I need to know when it comes to using AI and ChatGPT in general for my business, and has given me this power where I can now educate you, which is why you're here, learning how to use ChatGPT for your business. So hopefully this gives you just a good idea of how to do it for your business. Again, it's very specialized for my business just because I've given it that context. So again, depending on who you are, what it is that you do, your business, it will customize based on that. But it's just a cool way that if, hey, I'm trying to learn how to use this, it's just a cool way to be able to break it down on how you can actually do it. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there and comment below what other ways do you want to use ChatGPT. Let me know and I'll put it in a future video. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home, which you guys can check out those two playlists right here and the latest video right here. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and with that, small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!